Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again. So we have the trailer for the new DLC for Total War Warhammer 2, The Silence and the Fury. I do know it is about the Beastmen and the Lizardmen because I did watch that teaser video that they put out like a couple weeks ago, which is why I didn't do a video on it just because it was 20 or so seconds long and it really didn't show too much of anything. But this here is the trailer, 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Now after that, we have some more good news that just came out today. Ogre mercenaries answer the call to slaughter in Total War Warhammer 2. So after I'm done watching the trailer, we'll talk about the ogres. Oh yeah, ogres are going to be badass. They were awesome in the tabletop too. Alright, so anyways, let's take a look at the Silence and the Fury announced trailer. Here we go. Ooh, I like the visions. I like that. He touches the footprint. Okay, he's not traveling alone. He's got some friends following him. Ooh! Brass bull. I wouldn't go in there. What the hell is that thing? Whoa! Oh, he's not alone. He's got an army with him. That thing is kind of cool, whatever the hell that... Oh, you walked into a trap. Oh, here come the dinosaurs. Oh, that jump. I've seen that before. I forget what it's called. Ooh. That was cool. That was cool. And July 14th. Wow. So, a lot of cool new monsters and stuff like that. Whatever this thing is here. This thing's very, interesting. Some sort of, like, I don't want to say dragon. I don't know. It kind of looks like dragon manticore looking thing. I don't know. It's kind of what I get from it. Although it does seem kind of clumsy. So I wonder if that will be like maybe one of its like special moves, special abilities or something like that, because you can see it flying and then it just kind of like lands and fumbles around and stuff like that. So that'd be kind of interesting. But either way, that's actually kind of cool. The giant long extended mouth and tongue and everything. Then we get the brass bull coming out. Got some new dinosaurs here, spitting acid, I'm assuming. Another flying unit right here. And then these things here. I've seen these things before. I forget what they're called. But yeah, either way, those things look awesome. What was it? Forearms, I believe. New skinks. Yeah, brass bull looks awesome. I like that. Block the dart. And that's just a cool shot right there. Alright, so let's see if we can get... Alright, let's see. Total War Warhammer 2, The Silence and the Fury FAQ. Alright, let's see if we can go into some details. Silence of the Fury is the next final Legendary Lord Pack for Total War Warhammer 2. Okay, so if this is the last and final one, I'm going to assume that Total War Warhammer 3 will probably come out... let's see, this comes out, what, July 14th, August, maybe end of September, early October is my guess on when Total War Warhammer 3 is going to come out. That's my guess. I could be completely wrong. It could come out later, but that's my guess. Let's see. Torax Beastman will meet Deadest Lizardman. Oxyotl can command. One can only claim victory as Torax rampages his way across the land to fulfill a new pact with the Chaos Gods, and Oxyotl desperately tries to save all living things by stopping him. And then we go into the trailer. Each brings a new host of units, unique powers, brand new campaign to the world of Warhammer 2. Naturally, they sit alongside a hefty free update, which includes quite awesome surprise. The Silence and the Fury includes 2 unique legendary lords leading their own factions. Oxyotl, he who hunts unseen for the Lizardmen. Torax, the Brass Bull, leading the Beastmen. Powerful new units and heroes for both Lizardmen and Beastmen, including the mighty Jabberslythe and other monsters for the Beastmen. Okay, so that big... this thing right back here must be the Jabberslythe. I don't remember what that is. That must be somewhat new. Flying snakes. Okay, so this... I think that is it. Or are they the smaller ones? Or are those 2 separate... Okay, no. Okay, pretty much the same size. Blind monsters and new skinks for the Lizardmen. Okay, we did see those. A unique campaign narrative for both factions with special mechanics on the campaign map. There is also a massive free update coming at the same exact time, which includes a number of elements you'll learn more about over the next 24 hours. Silence of the Fury launched July 14th. Right now you can get 10% off. Let's see, is there anything else? Lord Pack or Standard DLC for Total Warhammer 2. And add 2 new Lords for factions, giving them unique campaign starts and goals, as well as unique Lord abilities. Gives you 2 new campaigns to play in both Vortex and Mortal Empires. Plus you'll face off against these Lords in your future campaigns, even if you don't buy the DLC. And then we go into some more details. Who are the new legendary lords in Silence and the Fury? For the Beastmen comes Torax, the Fury. Vulnerable Doom Bull with only 1 weak spot at his neck. The only part of his body not covered in brass. Then we have Oxyotl, the Silence. He's a skink and lizardman lord, stealthy, and the ability to sense chaos. What new units are coming in the Silence of the Fury? Obviously, we have the Doom Bull, Lord, the most ferocious minotaurs ever born. They're powerful, resilient, and daze opponents in combat. Wargore, hero, carrying a mace and shield. They are brutal leaders for the kin, improving their fighting capabilities. Tuskgore chariots, best drawn chariots with Vanguard deployment. Gorgon, monster. Okay, so that must be... okay, so that big thing is the Gorgon. Okay. Giant mutated minotaurs, deceptively fast and perfect for taking on larger enemies. Then we have the Jabberslythe, a powerful, horrifying fusion of toad, sludge drake, and insect. Okay. Area of effect, attacks, debuffs, and worth so much as a Charlemagne. As for the Lizardmen, we have... whoops. Skink Oracle, a spellcaster with unique selection of spells from various lores. Chameleon Skinks, infantry, ambush units. Kodal, flying monster, highly intelligent, very scary, able to hide their allies and bring forth lightning with their magic. Interesting. Troglodon, monster, poison-dealing monsters that can also shoot their venom spit, which is effective against larger targets. Let's see, what is in the free patch? Stay tuned for more. Okay, so that was yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to see that. Alright, let's get over to the other stuff. Ogre mercenaries answer the call to slaughter in Total War Warhammer 2. So let's see, this goes on to say, we got a delicious helping of news for you today. The Silence and the Fury and associated patch will bring a host of free and paid content. In addition to the Beastmen and Dwarf reworks, okay, cool, 2 legendary new lords and units for Lizardmen. The Ogres are coming to Total War Warhammer 2 for the very first time in the Ogre Mercenaries pack, available for free as part of Total War Access. It adds a new mechanic accessible by all factions. Hireable ogre units that will fight for your cause as long as you keep them fed, watered, paid, and in combat. So, how does that actually work in game terms? Ogre camps have a chance to spawn wherever an act of destruction takes place. Battles, sieges, the raising and sacking of settlements, anything where there might be plunder to be had and meat to be served. Ogres will move into an area, create a camp, which you can then interact with via an army. Here you can choose which tribe to work with and pay, giving units to the local mercenary recruitment pool. From here, you'll simply have to actually recruit the units into the army issue if you wish to have them in, and then keep them paid. The ogre camp will disperse through more can always spawn later. If you run out of money to pay your ogres, who are not cheap, then they will depart without a moment's hesitation. And then it goes on, custom battles, ogre units are available to every faction and stuff like that. And let me bring the article over because we get some really cool pictures of what they're going to look like. I mean, they are badass. Oop, here we go. All right, there we are. All right, so these look like, I'm just assuming, the ogre bowls, which, I mean, they were awesome on the tabletop and stuff like that. I remember their old rules were if you were a certain amount away when you charged, like I think they had like a 8-inch charge range, and I think if you were at least half, so at least 4 inches, away to charge into the enemy, they got a bold charge, I think it was called, where they would just run so fast and then they just slam right into you, that your units had to take, I think it was like a save, because it counted as a wound, just because these guys were so big and beefy and getting that much of a head start and stuff like that, that it would actually count like as an impact charge, and you had to take an armor save because they just hit so hard from that charge. So that was a very interesting and fun rule. Let's see. Big, brutish, and extremely violent. So it looks like there's going to be multiple weapons and stuff like that. Giant swords, clubs, maces, fist weapons, and stuff like that. Given that a chance, ogres will barge into combat using great lumbering mass as a weapon. Yep, just like what they did in tabletop. Variants, mace and dual weapons. Notable characteristics: adds a monstrous infantry option to factions that might not normally have access to it. Has a standard monstrous infantry entity count, as well as causing fear and being able to operate as a siege attacker. Dual weapons and variants get the bonus versus infantry stats for some truly murderous rampages. And then this looks like we're going to get some ogre man-eaters. Let's see if I can kind of... There we go. Oop. Okay. These guys were cool. I still have one of my ogre man-eaters models downstairs. He's got a... it's basically like this weapon here, except this looks like a two-hander. Oh, no. No, I got a butcher. Butcherer. That's what I got. Not a man-eater, a butcherer. Yeah, and he's got a weapon like this, except it's only one-handed. Ogre man-eaters are veterans of many campaigns, fought in far-off lands, traveling mercenaries. Beyond peer, they spent decades. Okay, so this is just going into just some lore and stuff like that. Variants: ogre pistol, great weapons. Characteristics: a hybrid monstrous unit for some real flexibility on the battlefield, both variants being immune to psychology. The pistol variant is equally deadly in melee combat, but can weaken the enemy prior to contact, can even fire while moving. That'll be useful. Great weapon variants bestow the usual bonuses on charges and versus large units. And then we're getting the Mournfang Cavalry. Those look actually really nice. And then we go into, some lore and stuff like that. Monsters Cavalry in every sense of the word. Man-eating beast riding man-eating beasts. Pretty much provides a Monsters Cavalry option for factions that lack it, with all the power that implies. Let's see, a truly powerful armor-piercing top-tier unit. So yeah, these things are going to be very expensive. I think even the Cavalry are going to be super expensive. More to come. I see what you did there. Can truly any force stand against the gluttonous might of the ogres? We certainly can. As part of the Silence of Fury update on July 14th, you can find out how your enemies, friends, yourself holds up. Let's see. There's going to be more stuff. What a better possible way there is to bid farewell to the New World in Warhammer 2 than with brutal warriors adventuring far from their home in the northern eastern reaches, far beyond the realms of the Empire in Kislev near the mysterious lands of Cathay. Let's see. Yes, the Ogre Mercenaries are our final major addition to Warhammer 2, alongside all the other content in the Silence of the Fury and bug fixes, balances, patches notwithstanding. Feast with them, drink with them, pay them well, and maybe they will spin you a tale. One of the mysterious east of the new realms of conquest, demon prince armies clashing, one of the Maw, Station Hunger. And here's to the future. So I'm getting, damn, that's awesome. Ogres are going to be fun. I mean, even though they're just mercenaries and stuff like that, I still think they're going to be a blast to use. Like I said, they are going to be expensive. I can only imagine how expensive they are going to be. These guys here probably be really expensive, but not as expensive as the Cavalry. I think that's going to be really expensive. Just the regular ogres, bulls, and stuff like that probably won't be as bad, but I do wonder how many you'll get. Because, I mean, a unit of ogres was like, if I remember correctly, on the tabletop, one unit was 6 models. Yeah, I think it was 6 models counted as a unit. 3 across. And then 1 rank, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I wonder how many you'll be able to get. But either way, that is awesome. I'm definitely hoping that in Warhammer 3, they definitely get a full-on army and stuff like that. I would like to see Tyrants, Grecius Goldtooth, what were the other ones? Yeah, Yetis, Butchers, who are the guys? Lead Belchers. There we go. I'd like to see some Lead Belchers. And, did I say the Yetis? No, what were the other ones? There was Yetis and there were, what were the other ones? There was another one, Kingdoms units. God, what were they called? Scrag the Slaughter. He'd be cool to see. Let's see, Noblars. Oh, Gorgers. Gorgers would be cool. That'd be awesome to see those things, because those things were very interesting. Apparently, if some of the lore, they supposedly were kind of worshipping the unspoken 5th Chaos God. Supposedly. But yeah, there is definitely a lot of units they could definitely add in. Thundertusk, Stonehorn, Ogre Hunters, those things were cool. Yeah, I played Ogre Kingdoms on the tabletop. They were fun. The Butcher, yep. Butcher was fun. Scrag the Slaughterer, that would be cool to see him. Just imagine seeing him on the in the game. I mean, come on. Can you just imagine that? A giant, brutally creepy ogre dragging this giant cauldron of blood and guts on his back. How cool is that? I still would like to see Grecius. I think he'd be awesome to see. All the Noblars holding him up and everything like that, carrying him around. Yep, Butchers, Noblars, yeah, see, Gorgers. Yeah, there was some pretty Dark Lord of those guys there. Iron Guts, yep, they were pretty cool. Lead Belchers, Man-Eaters, Hunters. Now that would be cool. That'd be awesome to see, a Thunder Tusk. Tyrants. Oh, so many. There was so many conversions for that. They also gave so many options for, you know, certain weapons and stuff like that that you could do. And looks like they get a couple of unknown characters. At least to me, I don't remember Bragg. I don't remember him. I don't remember him either. But yeah, so there we go. So ogres are on the way. So that's going to be awesome. All right, so anyways, there we go. There is the trailer for the Silence of the Fury, some of the units and other lords and stuff like that coming in this DLC, as well as what is coming with the ogres. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And of course, other than that, just stick around. More videos are on the way. And I will see you guys next time.